model comes with this box.
I'm Garret Leight from Venice Beach, California, and my brand is Garret Leight California Optical.
And you could use it as a weapon. And we want to hear some woman that a story in the news that actually used this thing in self-defense. You know what I mean? That would be so cool for us.
Hi guys, we've just arrived at Silma. We're going to head in now. We're going to have a look at all the new brands. We'll keep you up to date with everything. So let's go in and check it out. Welcome to Optical Heaven.
Well, yeah, I'm Garret Leight from Venice Beach, California, and my brand is Garret Leight California Optical. So, you know, the brand doesn't really have a central inspiration that we use at all times. I think more than anything, when I got into the industry, I went to work for my father, and I was really inspired by the culture that he had created. There were so many people that had been part of the family for decades, and I knew that I wanted to create a world for myself like that. And you know, basically my goal was to kind of create a culture of youthful people that loved me and loved the company and loved the brand and could, you know, not treat it as a job, just treat it something that they genuinely were passionate about and enjoyed working with and for. And I think kind of having this passion for surrounding myself with incredible people and happy people is ultimately what helped build the brand. I think I love Venice Beach and I love where I come from, and certainly hiring friends to kind of be the models and work in my retail store and work in my company was a big part of it. I think designing a collection that, you know, mirrored the style of my community, which was Venice Beach, was just like the timing was right for that, from being like a classic retro vintage inspired design. So, you know, you put all those things together, design and community and culture and quality and service, you kind of, that's the entire inspiration. But I couldn't say that it's just Venice Beach or that it's just, you know, it's just like the human race and like people, like it's just, that's kind of what the inspiration is.
Luxury collection. Dita Luxuries. Basically, we have Dita, which is a luxury collection. Epi luxury means above, beyond. So it's beyond luxury. Every single part of it is, yes, gold plated. Then you have the beautiful temples. There are actually 2 temples available for each frame. Okay. The presentation box will show you after because it arrives in a box with drawers. Amazing. Which is beautifully done. And
model comes with this box. Of course, it's not for the car or for taking with you to the, you know, in the yacht. This is for the house, but of course, you will have an extra, the drawers, where you have the case. Okay, the case, it's in a pure leather, and it's a roll-up case. You put the extra temples here. Okay. Okay. You have the 2 extra temples inserted here. Okay. And then you have another drawer here. Okay, for the warranty and for the cloth.
Okay.
So it's all inserted here. And of course, when you insert, you close it. And Epi 5 come like the other one I showed you earlier. It comes with an extra lens that you could also change.
Okay.
You could put optical, or you could choose 2 clip sunglasses, and you clip here.
Could you just put that on for me? Dita. How long have you worked in the design for Dita?
Me, 6 years.
25.
25.
Yeah. I'm a Dita baby.
The Dita baby.
I always say I'm an eyewear baby because I was raised basically since, you know, I've been in the industry since I was 21, so.
So you were with Dita since the start?
I think I missed the first year.
Did you?
Yes. So I'm not a complete, historically, full-length employee, but.
Keeping him entertained in the office.
My bodyguard.
Keeping you focused.
Yeah. Louis is a senior designer and has more talent in his little finger than I do in my whole body.
I just steal his ideas. We have fun in the office. We just talk and then we talk about something completely random.
But then
we started
ideas come together then.
Yeah, and then we started joking about it, and then we just keep evolving the joke.
Yeah.
And then sometimes a frame comes out. Yeah.
They're the best. Yeah.
That's why it's so hard. Like everybody will ask you like specific questions, like specifically what, how did it, and I would love to give you these big, beautiful, like drawn out, like, you know, movie star inspirational stories, but it doesn't, for us anyways, it doesn't start like that. It's just something as organic as us screwing around and just laughing just hysterically how somebody would wear this thing, and then we whittle it down into something that, you know what, it could actually work. And let's do it. I always use the analogy of when somebody designs a car and you see the concept of it, and you're like, who the hell is going to drive that thing? But when they come and they refine it and it comes to the market, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It's the same way.
It comes together in the end.
Yes, it comes together in the end. But, you know, don't take that like on face value, because there is some crazy stuff that we do and we barely touch it.
Really?
And
It just works.
yeah. Like we did a frame called the Liniti. It was a limited edition piece, and it was more built like a weapon. We put spikes on it and everything because we have these like these just crazy stories in our head that one day a woman's gonna need some kind of weapon for self-defense. She's gonna rip it off her head and, you know, slice up her attacker. I mean, we have temples that we call Deadly Beauty where they're literally spikes at the end, you know what I mean? And you could use it as a weapon. And we wanna hear some woman that a story in the news that actually used this thing in self-defense, you know what I mean? That would be so cool for us.
Mykita is a Berlin-based brand. We were founded 2004 in Berlin in a Kita. It's the German word for a child's daycare. So Mykita is, you know, that's where the name comes from, which is very cute, and we loved the story because it kind of explains the playfulness, how we approach design, you know, being very inventive, trying new ideas, new technologies, still having all departments in Berlin under one roof in the Mykita house. So we have even the workshop there. Every frame is handcrafted in Berlin in the workshop. And yeah, that gives us a great advantage for all kinds of, you know, development processes, because we have all the disciplines very close together. and it also is a great advantage in terms of the quality assurance, because you can really follow the product through every stage of the development, but also the production process. So that's great.
The collection's so huge, but what's the inspiration behind the new pieces, or is it set into quite a few different sections really?
Yes, we have different collections catering to different buyer personas, as we would say, different target groups. So it's really about underlining the individual and to support individual self-expression with the eyewear. And everybody has a different style. Everyone has different needs and ideas of what they want in terms of eyewear. And I think that's the main driver for us to also have a big portfolio, to be able to cater to all the many personalities around the world that wear Mykita and that are fans of the brand.